So, gonna give it a minute not a minute, a couple seconds to catch up so that people don't walk into halfway in the middle of the conversation, which they're probably going to anyway because that's the way things are.
Yeah, as always.
Because always. So, hello, and welcome back to For Science Crew! Y'all know that, we all know that y'all missed us, and we missed you too. Like, seriously, we should hang out more. Several of us are tired and loopy, and this is gonna be fucking amazing. So, couple announcements. First thing first is, White Cliff is currently ongoing. We're putting up the episodes, twice a week. At least trying to as much as we can, so keep an eye out. It's been really interesting. We've already had 2 PC deaths. So, yeah, they ain't fucking around. Sorry, we.
I was gonna say, you almost killed me.
But you nat 20 the inflict wounds, and it was amazing.
Okay, yeah, but after you almost killed me.
True.
Anyway.
It's technically correct, the best kind of correct.
Yeah.
We also have some wonderful t-shirts up that you can get, including the Dungeon Crawl one, and For the Horde, for all you, cool babies who like the loot. I mean, who doesn't, to be honest. Other than that, yeah, we're back again, with a strangely out of place For Science Crew earlier as well, so yeah, woohoo. We're all still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I mean, I know what the fuck I am. So that's it. I don't know if anybody else has some announcements before we begin.
If any of you are going to be at Gen Con next weekend, I'm going to be there. Come say hi. Yeah.
I believe you're also going to be in cosplay, right?
Only on Saturday, but yeah. But I've been told to keep the exact cosplay a secret, but it is Keyleth related. So,
excellent.
Yes. Oh.
Is it going to be Swooly Keyleth, like, with the big neck?
I wish I thought of that now, but no.
It's like my favorite version of Keyleth ever.
I love.
I have the request.
Although I do own the sleeves are bullshit shirt, so I will be wearing that casually around at some point.
Nice.
What was that, Brian?
Oh, sorry, what?
A general request for all the pictures.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's gonna be happening.
Oh shit.
But yeah, if you're there, come say hi.
Please say hi to Em, because she's amazing. Also, PAX Unplugged in Philly in November. There is quite a bit of chance you will see quite a bit of us there, including me and Chris. We will be repping Dungeon Crawl, and some of these lovely people will be here. So, we'll have more details as it gets closer to the time. But yeah, I'll be around and in person, so you guys can actually see me, and the mystery will be revealed as you look down and see I am actually legitimately a fat black cat.
Yes.
I just kind of assumed you were wearing
I
cat
want
ears the whole
Chris to
time.
be just carrying around a fat black cat.
Just troll everyone.
Wait, I might have. Oh.
Much plotting will be done.
Much planning will be
yes.
done.
I'll be wearing my devil horns the whole time, of course.
And then Chris loses the fat black cat, and Snicket just wears a witch's hat. Because the hour wore off.
Yep.
Yeah.
This could also work.
So, I actually have an announcement as well. If anybody is going to be in my neck of the woods, which is Edmonton, Alberta, second to last weekend, the 22nd through the 24th, I'm going to be at the Edmonton Expo having a table to sell all kinds of art. So, if you're in town, come say hi. Or maybe buy a friend. Or something. I'm going to be happy if you come by and say hi. So.
And buy her art. Buy Angie her
Are we doing something on the 19th?
We might be running a one-shot on the 19th. We might be doing something else. I have to talk to Chris about timing, but we will let you know on Twitter as soon as we do. Anybody got anything else before we begin shenanigans?
I love you all very much. Oh no, wait, I'm not the DM, so I don't have to say that.
I mean, you can still say it, but it doesn't
I would
have
hope
the implied threat.
even if you're not planning on killing us, you would still
Well, I mean, you are playing Briar, so you can still say it. It's
That's a really good point.
Yes.
I feel like
1 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 1. 2 + 1 + 2 + 1.
The 8? Was it 8? Did I get it right?
What?
Okay, so
we're still the joke has passed.
I love you guys very much, and we're gonna start the game.
There it is.
See, there we go. So last time on, I was gonna say the Fallen Returns. Wrong game. Last time on for Science.
Same world, wrong game.
Same, 25 years earlier. Back on Fianna, our lovely crew had gone through the Ancient Grove to the City of Emeralds and had found 2 of the Fae. A Fae Lord known as Tyr Libahan, also known as Tyr, also known as That Asshole. And Garen, the fun party-loving dad that everyone loves, who is a puka. After making some wheeling and dealing, pacts were made, information was given, and the truth of what Fianna was revealed, knowing that it was not original to the world of Koskana, that it was indeed extraplanar in origin, being a giant arcane focus full of untapped energy from the planes it had traveled through before settling down in Koskana, lending it to why would the Betrayer want such a thing to, oh, that's why, which was kind of scary. After achieving what you wanted to achieve in the Ancient Grove, Garen led you all to the forest's edge, and bid you all adieu. Having now sort of a strange bond between him and Briar, as he knows Briar's true name. Which is
fine.
Totally fine. Mm-hmm. Nothing will happen. So after that, you guys find yourselves on the edge of the edge of the ancient forest. Sort of looking at your map, you have decided to go investigate the village of Brookshire, which sits on the opposite end of a lake from the Castle of Mirrors, which you all have decided that you don't want to go to. Quite yet, not because, really. Quote unquote, fuck that noise. So you guys are still on the very fringe of the forest, not quite out yet. What would you all like to do?
Reminisce about the s'mores.
Actually, I have a proposition for everyone, and you're probably not going to like it, but I want you to hear me out first. So we just got a bit of a runaround for not a whole lot of information on the actual Betrayer, and while I don't like moving forward into things that we don't understand, and I know we're going to Brookshire to get more information on him that way, but there is something that we can do before then that I think we haven't given as much thought to as might be useful. And I take out the compact mirror that I've had with me this whole time, because of course I have. I'm wiry. I haven't looked at it, but I do have it. So I want to propose an experiment, because we don't know what he can do through mirrors exactly. We just know that he can use them somehow. And I don't know if that means he can just scry or if he can do something worse. And I'd rather find that out now, here, in a controlled environment, than we walk into Brookshire and it's used as some sort of trap. So, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to set us up in some way where one of us just looks in a mirror and we see what happens. that make sense?
Yes.
It does.
I mean, of course it does. But, alright.
Do we want to use some kind of trickery, some sort of smoke to add to the mirror?
Ugh. Did you jest?
Okay, well... Haha. However, in seriousness, maybe I don't think we want to necessarily set up any sort of wards or anything, because I want to just find out what's going to happen if one of us just looks in a mirror.
So, I'm gonna say that, like, if we do this, it should probably be somebody who is, like, the least magically inclined.
I would be inclined to say more, because, how do I say this without meta? It seems to me that the wiser among us might be in a better chance to have less poorly.
Wait, this is the job that I was made
No.
No, Larry does not give you the mirror.
I'm really wise. I'm just not very smart.
So, I mean, like, I get the argument that, like, you know, wisdom is important, and that it would probably be useful against any kind of, like, mind control things, but at the same time, it's, you know, wisdom is not always, like, infallible, so, like, I feel that not having a glass cannon getting potentially taken over...
Actually, that would be better, because like, you could just punch me.
Well...
Also,
here's the other part of it, though, is that also, if this we're essentially trying to... My thought is, I'm the most likely to just do this out of curiosity, and I think he's aware of that. So if we set this up in such a way that he can't see the rest of you, we might get a more authentic response.
Okay.
Whereas if it's just... Whereas, and the last time he saw you and Briar, you tried to destroy the mirror, I think he might be a little bit put on his guard if one of you chooses to take it. The same goes for Ket.
Could be that angle, or could be the angle of, oh, it's you, maybe I can take you over so you don't smash my mirrors again. Either way.
I will stay close by, just so we have a bit more protection from anything that might come through the mirror. But I do agree, I think Lyrie is the most skilled at knowing if there is a magical effect through the mirror, what that would be.
Yes.
I'm actually completely on board with it as well, but, you know.
Also, in meta terms, I don't actually suck at wisdom saving throws, I've just been rolling like shit on them.
Like the rest of the party.
Right.
I guess my only input is that we don't have anything in the background that might give away our current location.
Yes, of course.
Well, we've just left the forest, but he wouldn't know that. He wouldn't know whether we're going in the forest or where we're going, and we're not going to stay here.
Well, we could do it just inside the forest. I could have my back up against a tree.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I 110% am on board with Ket being really close to you. Like, just
I side-eye Briar.
Yes, I agree. It'd be quite useful.
Yes.
I'm glad you agree.
It would, and then I'm just gonna look at Guy. I'm like,
I hope you all would be. I don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining like everyone just like grouped up, just like ready to jump.
No, I'm backing away 20 feet, knocking an arrow and aiming it at the mirror in your hand.
Please don't break it. We might need it later.
I'm gonna break it if
Alright,
you start
well,
shuddering.
On the off chance that nothing happens, or that, I don't know, he seemed talkative last time, on the off chance he just wants to talk, is there any information that you think would be useful for me to try to get out?
None that he would give away.
That's the issue. I don't think he's actually going to tell us anything.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Lyrie, I need you to take off one boot.
Okay.
Why?
Because you can look at the mirror on one side, I can be on the other side, and if he tries to take you over with magic, boop, I dispel it by tickling your toes. And also casting Dispel Magic.
Briar,
That's actually not a bad idea.
I know something about magic.
Around here. No, I'm not going to walk through the forest barefoot.
You don't have to walk through the forest barefoot right now.
Yeah, just like when you sit down, and then I will put it in my hand, and then if you look like you're going evil, I'll just like, boop!
Do you also, like, not wear socks?
You will also need to take off your socks.
Canonically, she's wearing stockings. I forgot about that.
Still, you wouldn't want to get some thorn in the forest.
Right. Fine.
I mean, there are burrs and thorns all over that forest, and Ket is just picking burrs off of his cloak and out of his hair and all over him.
Oh
yeah, I'm sure me and Pendel are going to spend a good half hour at least, if not an hour, with the campfire to keep all the shit out.
Yeah, Pandel has.
You know what? Fine. Fine, you may have one boot. Just this once, and just because.
It's a really good plan. It's a really good plan. It's a smart plan. See? I'm learning. I'm so proud of myself, and I'm just gonna like...
I'm proud of you too, Briar.
I place one hand to my temple. Just... Alright, so again, last minute chance for any suggestions to ask him.
Maybe at
or
least find out what
this.
he is.
I don't know.
Perhaps.
I mean, yeah, that's a good idea.
Sorry?
Finding out what he is, that's a good idea.
I have one.
He's not Fae, but that doesn't exactly narrow it down to a whole hell of a lot.
Might as well ask.
I have a question. What happens to everybody on the island when we go to the next plane?
That is also a good question.
Larry just has like her notebook out and just.
Yeah. It's just I'm taking notes because I'm forgetful as fuck.
Yeah.
Because this was a new island. There wasn't anybody on it. There was no remnants. It was, as far as we know, part of our world. So
right.
There was nothing left of whoever was there previously.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
We don't exactly know.
But it would make sense if it's an arcane focus, it would consume energy.
Yeah.
Like
there
when
are a lot of ways that could work, and none of them are probably good.
Yes. Yep. No, I think it seems safe to say that Silent's in bad shape. Where we're heading.
You guys are starting to like talk about like all this like magic and science shit, and guys just kind of like spacing out like.
All right. So experiment time.
Experiment time for science.
Surprised I'm agreeing with this, but yes, experiment time.
I hold out my hand for your shoe.
When we get there.
Okay, fine.
I stand back with my back against a tree and in a very dignified manner, as much as I can, I remove one shoe. Give it to Briar.
By the way, this is canon. You don't know where she pulled it from, but.
Amazing.
I have an idea now.
That scares me.
This is gonna be great. So you.
Okay. Is everyone just like huddled behind? Or I guess.
Yeah, Kevin's standing on the other side of the mirror, basically.
I'm up 20 feet off to the side with an arrow aimed at the mirror, ready to knock it out of her hand if needed.
I will be prone on the floor, just holding one foot.
Not awkward at all.
I'm imagining like Aegis is like looming over. Also,
Aegis looks. That was supposed to be a whisper. Aegis, as an automaton, his facial expression doesn't change, but there's almost, you can feel emotion roiling off of him, like he is deeply concerned, but has the ultimate faith in you. So he's standing an appropriate distance off, but he looks like he's ready to spring into action at a moment's notice if need be.
All right. Let's do some science. Oh, you had a thought. Okay, hang on.
That's dangerous.
Science will commence post-thought.
Mom, what are you doing? Mom, what are you doing? Mom. As Larry's sitting there with the compact.
I love it.
And it's just,
I see that being Chester for some reason. My brain was just like, I could see Chester doing that.
Oh, hold on.
Oh god, okay.
As Chester bats the mirror out of her hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Or swallows it just.
Oh, Chester blips the betrayer. I'll be so happy. Okay.
Sorry, I'm done now.
Alright. Okay. Let's do this. And I flip open the compact.
Okay. And what you see is your reflection and the tree behind you. And little else.
You're gonna laugh if it doesn't work in this particular forest.
I know. Oh! They did say that the ancient grove was preventing people, or at least the warlock, from getting in. I wonder if it might be this place.
But we're not. Are we technically in the grove? I mean, we're just inside the forest.
Try calling, perhaps.
Could be. Still feels grove-ish.
I don't know if he's watching every mirror in the entire island.
I don't know.
Try calling him. Attract his attention.
Do you mind if I just pick you up and haul you back out of the forest, and we'll see if it makes any difference?
Sure.
But close the mirror first, because we don't want anyone to see our setup.
We don't want to go near.
Well, okay, you guys walk in front of me, and all she would have would be herself with the mirror in front of her. But he wouldn't even see
one shoe.
Yeah, I want to see the betrayer tune in while Lyra's being carried by Goliath with one boot.
I was just gonna hold on to her ankle. You drag me to.
I mean, I guess.
Real fast.
Do you want me to make a strength check to pick up Lyra?
Let's relocate. Yes.
You don't have to.
No.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're a Goliath, and you've done gladiatorial work. You can pick up Larry.
Fuck yeah, I can. I mean, yeah, with my arms. Mm-hmm.
Hey, girl.
I mean, Magic Muscle is an awesome ship name. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to say that line.
Oh, I need a shirt with that now.
Right?
Shit.
All right. Well, that's happening when we meet up eventually. But for now,
the issue is someone might think that's a Magic Mike reference.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too, Jason. But yeah,
am I being carried right now?
You are being carried on the shoulder, hand over thighs, so you don't fall.
I look as dignified as I can, considering the situation.
Bitch, you are super dignified. Excuse you.
Yes, ma'am.
So you guys managed to slowly migrate away from the tree line, and the trees are now about 10 feet behind you. 15 feet behind you. And the mirror still shows Larry's reflection with the grove ever getting smaller behind you.
Still no signal? Ugh.
No.
There are no towers out here. God.
No.
Larry's
the towers on
Larry's literally doing
the other
that.
side of the lake.
Yes, it is. Maybe if you say his name.
Do we know anything beyond Betrayer?
Not really, I don't think.
Hey, mirror douche.
Hello, is this thing on?
Nothing.
Carrying Livy with one hand and.
He's also known as the Lord of the Castle of Mirrors and Moonlight.
Yes.
Moonlight.
Master of Castle of Mirrors and Moonlight.
Excuse me, Mr. Master of the Castle of Mirrors and Moonlight, Betrayer, sir. Yes, hello? You hear me?
Hi, hello.
Oh, shit. I'm being carried up high, so high.
Goddamn right.
You watch as, it's hard to notice at first. It just prickles along the edges of the mirror, but you watch as your reflection blurs. And that's when you notice that the mirror itself is vibrating, thrumming with power. And you watch as shadows start to leak around the edges of the mirror going inward until all you can see is darkness. And you watch as these two pale eyes form out of the shadows. And they just sort of crinkle and look like Cheshire smiles.
So you are listening.
Always. How good to see you again, Lady Aldun.
It's fun. I'm gonna ask everyone knows my name. So, are you in all the mirrors all the time, or do you only come when you're called?
That would be telling.
I suppose. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were going to say something or not.
Mm.
So, it's been a while. What have you been up to?
You called for pleasantries. How droll.
Oh, don't joke. You've been wondering what we've been up to.
I've had no need to wonder what you all have been up to.
How do you mean?
I mean exactly as I say. I have no need to wonder.
Oh, sakes.
That's Snicket laughing. If you wish to catch up, perhaps you can stop by and pay me a visit at the castle.
You have no other way. No, there's no halfway point we could meet you. I'm sure you can understand why you might be a little bit hesitant.
Oh, but I have such a lovely party arranged for you all. It'd be such a shame to let it go to waste.
Well... Let's see. You can understand why I might be a little bit hesitant to go to the location of a person who calls themselves the Betrayer. You may understand why your suggestion of a party doesn't sound particularly appealing.
Oh,
Is there any explanation you care to give? Any reason that would sweeten the pot, as it were?
It is not what I call myself, it is what I am called. We are often given names that we are not of our choosing, but have been given to us. Crosses to bear, as it were.
Then what did you do?
Oh.
And don't say betrayed someone, I'm not stupid.
I would never say you are stupid. Mistress of the arcane arts. I have done a great many
That's
things.
supposed to impress me.
No, I am simply stating the obvious. You are master of the arcane arts. Master of automatons and of wonders that have not been graced in this world for ages. Wielder of an Aegis of Faith.
You haven't answered my question.
That is my answer.
Thanks, Phoenix.
Perfect.
You have such good timing, buddy.
We didn't know the betrayer is also a cat person.
It's just the betrayer in front of a mirror and a million cats.
Oh, so
We learned some valuable information.
You see whiskers pop up in little cat ears.
Oh my god, a little Stubby tail! Sorry.
And glasses, so he is Magane Neko.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the anime. He laughs, and it's this deep, throaty laugh. It's just sort of rich. I failed in doing what I had set out to do, but I won't again. I know better now. I know what I need. Unfortunately, I can't let you all get in the way of that. But that isn't to say that I can't somehow sweeten the pot for all of you in return for perhaps leaving Fianna. I can help with that too. You were here to search for what happened to the island. You've discovered what happened to it. Your job is technically over. I could send you back, you could get paid, and all will be well. But I can even do
what happened to
more.
everyone else?
Of little concern to you all.
Oh, I think you know that's not true.
Perhaps I could sweeten the deal, as it were. Giving you a key to unlock even greater mysteries of Venellaria. Magic's long since lost. A way to bring power and prestige to your family.
Everyone keeps saying that. No. I'll achieve things on my own power. So you're telling me you can't save everyone on the island with what you have planned?
I'm saying I won't.
Why?
Why should I?
Why not? Is there an actual reason you'd like to kill everyone on this island? Is that just when you have the power not to?
You are quite adorable, Lady Aldun.
I don't think having a moral compass counts as adorable.
Having a moral compass is such a limiting thing. Again, if you would like more information, you're more than welcome to visit me at the castle.
I think we've found out what we needed to know. I don't suppose you're going to tell us what you're planning to do with the island?
You'll see.
No, I didn't think so. Alright.
Until we meet again.
Well, a pleasure. And I snap the compact shut.
As you snap it shut, you watch as the sort of dark mist just rolls out the side of it as you snap it shut.
Right, you can give me my boot back now.
I tickle your feet.
I kick you instinctivly.
Yeah, no joke.
And then I'm embarrassed for, like, losing my cool. Sorry, I'm a little bit on edge.
Sneak it. Is that black smoke still rolling off it, or is it just, like, stopped now?
It was a sort of one-off, like, there was dust on the compact, and when you closed it, it just kind of poof.
Poof. Okay.
Well, I don't know how much of that you all overheard, but it sounds like he can see us somehow, or has some sort of scrying no matter where we are, so, On the bright side, I don't think we have to worry too much about mirrors.
And I'm not sure there's anything we can do to prevent that right now.
No, unless we cast, unless I use a 4th level spell every single day to cast Private Sanctum on us. Which even then...
Yeah, that's only works while we're inside of it.
Yeah, the O'Brien, that's kind of exactly what I was imagining happened.
Yeah.
Well, what we did learn, though, is that he's not planning... He is, in fact, planning to kill everyone on this island, somehow, with whatever he's planning.
And yet he's willing to let us go. Which means he needs people. Because if he was just wanting to kill people, I'm sure there'd just be mass hysteria. But if he needs people for something...
Well, the lady was using sacrificial magic.
Yes, I'd imagine they're related. This isn't good.
I also found it interesting that he called, I'm assuming he was referring to Aegis as an Aegis of Faith.
Yes. Aegis?
Yes.
Is Aegis of Faith, is that your actual title?
He kind of
Did you have a title?
He tilts his head to his side. I am unsure. It seems to fit, but I cannot remember if that was a title. All I remember is Aegis. I will try to see if I can remember anything at all that might be of use to you, and perhaps answer questions as to whether or not that was my title.
Yes. If the betrayer found it relevant, it may be useful. Although you did say you've had no dealings with gods, so I don't know.
That he can remember.
That you can remember.
Not that I doubt you did.
Shield in the ancient Empire language.
I would assume so. Sage implied that it was not his true name, that it was indeed a similar sort of
like
theme naming. Yes. Themed name or something.
Would perhaps a lesser restoration restore some of his memories?
I don't know if that would work on him.
I was just about to ask that, actually.
Great minds know that, I suppose.
I don't know.
Is it worth a shot, perhaps?
I could try it.
Aegis?
Yes, mistress.
Would you be open to one of us trying to see if a lesser restoration spell would help jog your memory?
If that is what you wish.
Does it make you uncomfortable? Because, like...
I've never had that done before, so I cannot say. Besides, I am an automaton. I don't know if uncomfortable is a thing I could feel.
I'd rather not have you find out, but this may be important. So, alright.
Yeah, okay. I can cast it from the prayer beads. So I will walk over to Aegis and just, well, he's 11 feet tall, so I'll probably touch his leg or his waist or whatever and cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. You feel the magic sort of swirl off the prayer bead and sort of race through your fingertips, and you watch as it disperses into Aegis's body, and you watch as this sort of divine magic starts working through, and Aegis always glows this beautiful sky blue, but as the Lesser Restoration takes hold, you watch as it goes brighter and brighter until it's a pure, bright, white light. And Larry, from where you're standing, you can watch as the core grows brighter and brighter until it looks like the noonday sun. Just absolutely brilliantly, blindingly white light. And it sort of pours from his eyes. And as it exits the sort of eye sockets of his sort of helmet face, it gets refracted into almost this prismatic color, this dazzling array, a show, and all at once it dims and goes dark. And it was like he was a statue again. No light, no movement, nothing. And a heartbeat after that, as there's this sort of panic, this fear of having destroyed or otherwise rendered him inert again. There's a flicker of soft blue light that starts to glow before it starts to expand in the core, and once again the lights through the engravings on his body light up, and he blinks.
Aegis, what was that? Are you alright?
Kind of looks at his hands, looks down at you, and he nods. That was interesting.
That's one way to put it. Do you feel any differently?
I cannot tell. But, yes, I was called the Aegis of Faith.
What does that mean?
Yes. Is there a reason or a purpose associated with that you can recall?
He kind of shifts his shield, and these strange sort of mosaic-like markings on the front of it, the ones that have always looked like, you know, just old Glorious Empire markings. There's always been the stylized sort of characters on there, which you all haven't read. And he points to it and it says, Faith. I am a champion of the just, protector of the innocent. I am the fire in the dark. I stand as an aegis for all. There was another bastion of courage. I do not know.
What do you mean?
He was like me, different than the other automatons that were forged. We were meant for more, but our maker died before he could complete the work. So we were used as is. I am incomplete.
Do you remember why we found you at Sunstone?
I was put there, hidden away. The person, she put me there, she told me that I had to stay there, that she would come back for me when it was safe.
And then you woke up
Yes.
hundreds of years later.
Yes, she touched me and said to sleep, that I would dream, and when I woke, I'd be here. But I did not dream. I just remember going dark, and when I saw things again, I saw you.
I mean, Lyrie is kind of a dream.
Lyrie does the stop thing. But
do you remember where your bastion has been? Or where you last saw him?
The capital.
capital of Inalaria?
Yes.
Alright. One more question.
Of course.
Do you want to be completed?
I am what I am, but I would not mind being completed to serve my purpose, to serve you. And if it means I could serve you better, then I will do whatever I must to do so.
Well, This certainly adds another layer to things. But for now, I'm glad we found out another piece of you.
As am I.
Alright. Go ahead.
Larry, can you just amuse me for one more second? You know, the whole boot, shoe, stocking thing? Could you just give Aegis your stocking?
May I ask why?
Just no particular reason.
I cast Detect Thoughts on Briar.
I'm starting to think Briar is like Rocket Raccoon.
All she's thinking.
I just can't wait to see how this goes.
Right?
Do I have to say? 27.
No, it's the stupid roll 20.
It's a 20.
I'm still getting your surface thoughts no matter what.
Okay. It's a 22, so you don't get any deeper. But give Aegis the sock. Aegis is a free robot.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I've been awake for a long time.
Larry is so confused. This is some Talranian ritual.
And I like how the rest of us just see this really confused look on Lyri's face. We don't know what happened.
It is the Talranian ritual that you give to your, servants? Who've been, indentured, maybe, to you, or, in your service for a long time, you just, give them, a sock.
So instead of sacking your servants, you sock them?
I'm not going... What would he do with it? Would he wear it around his neck or something? That would just be so strange.
Oh, jeez.
What is with Talranians?
No! What is with Talranians and feet stuff?
It's a nation of foot fetishists. That's
really
also why they kick open doors.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I've never really thought about it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. No, I'm sorry. I'm not in Persephone. We don't really do the whole foot stuff thing. As far as I'm aware. I'm going to, in fact, ask for my boot back if you wouldn't mind.
Give the boot back.
Thank you.
Well, we've learned a lot of interesting things, actually.
I mean, we already knew that Briar was kind of weird.
That's true.
Yes, but she hadn't asked for my stockings before. That's a new one.
You say this like I wanted it. It was for your own good.
I honestly don't see how, but I believe your intentions were good.
He's back.
And we're walking, and we're
I thought the
walking.
combat was
Right.
closed.
And you guys are walking, and you're walking.
Can I keep an eye out for?
Can we tell how long it... Yeah, sorry.
Nope. But right, I want to keep an eye out.
Okay, you'll keep an eye out.
Same.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, guys.
what were you? I'm sorry, I'm over at Angie's place. What did you want, Brian?
Just want to know, how long the travel was to Brookshire. From, where we exited the ancient grove, if we can tell on the map that we have.
Hold on. So you want to know how long you've been in the ancient grove?
Yeah. And also,
That's a good question, too, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, how far we have to... How many days travel to hit Brookshire.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be about 2 days travel, maybe. Going at an easy pace. I assume you guys are going to, march to exhaustion.
No. You don't really have any...
Also, Plesholm.
Almost
Please.
No, you guys can keep talking. Don't just...
It's not like all Talranians have a foot thing.
Is it just you then? That's fine,
No,
but please keep me out of it.
No, it was. I was gonna touch. I needed to touch your skin, so if anything was suspecting you, and you were holding the mirror, so I couldn't touch you. Hand. Foot seems the obvious choice.
No, that makes sense. If it was the stalking thing that was a kind of the tipping point. Well, though, if that's a cultural difference, then I respect it.
Skin. Oh, you mean the thing about giving it to each? It's a bard tale. It's like, you know.
I really don't, but I believe that
you should tell us, because, like, you know,
yes,
we got time.
Very fascinating.
It is a great epic story written by this amazing Telrenian author. And there is a moment where one of the most amazing characters, just, well, they kind of die in the arms of the main, like, the hero of the story. And all he just wanted to talk in his freedom. And then Brian just starts crying, just like, I'm very emotional.
I'm sorry.
I need you guys to roll perception.
Can do.
Does mine from previously still work?
Yes, that'll work.
It was a natural 20 plus 7.
Okay.
Well.
I think the smalls are bad, you guys, because I'm feeling a little bit loopy right now.
It's all the sugar.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm feeling very horrible.
You all know, as you sort of look around, as you guys are sort of moving towards Brookshire talking, things feel a little bit off, and you start to think, maybe it was the Grove, but you guys start noticing things, and especially looking down at the clock that Ket seems to always keep out and about, you realize that you are in the Grove for maybe 2 days or so. 2-3 days.
Oh, I fucking knew it.
You look at the clock, you guys have only been gone for 2 hours.
Well, that could have been much worse.
That's true. Let's maybe not go back in there.
I am fine with that.
I am as well. Fours don't agree with me.
I don't like stick in the butt.
I do have to admit that I like the plains a lot better than the forest.
But only being there for 2 hours is
Yes.
actually to our advantage.
We gave ourselves quite a bit of time.
Hmm.
Good. God, what are you thinking?
I'm just confused. How did what? Like Gaia has no idea. She's never like done anything with the Fae type stuff, right? So her brain is just sitting here like, how the fuck was it? Math lady face. The worst math lady face you've ever seen in your life.
I think it's maybe it looks like it worked similar to, remember how we were telling you not to go into the Feywild for 25 years? I think it's something similar to that reason. Although...
But I mean, like, that just makes it seem more like I should have.
Well,
it doesn't always work out that well.
It's unpredictable.
Yeah,
For all we know, the next time we go into the Ancient Grove, we could be there for a year accidentally. That could have
if
gone
it's
really badly.
that we're in there for what feels like 2 days and it's only 2 hours idling time, it could probably very well work the other way as well. So 2 hours just spent in the forest is actually 2 days of 2 weeks and more.
What if you go in there and you come back out backwards in time?
That's not my
blade.
And then you meet yourself going in.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice experiment. I'd really rather not perform.
I don't think a medkit cleans up that mess. No.
No. Yes, Brian?
How far away are we from the grove right now, Snicket?
You guys can probably... you've been, I'm assuming, walking and talking, heading towards Brookshire the entire time. You're about 15 minutes away.
15 or 50?
1-5.
1-5. Give me 30 minutes. And do we have any food?
I hope we have some food.
Are you gonna go back in the grove?
I'm not gonna go in the grove. I'm gonna go Eaglebriar, and I'm gonna sort of fly up and launch like a bit of food into the grove to leave like a control subject there. So if we come back and it's super like moldy, I'll put like one on either side, like half a sandwich on one side, half a sandwich on the other, and like compare the two.
Guys, mix out 2 sausages.
There we go.
Oh my god!
Which are already weeks old.
Days old. Days.
I don't know. The whole they were in the grove too. It's really hard to say how old they
Yeah,
are.
exactly. Days old.
But also on the back of holding with no air.
Alright, so I'm going to speed things up a bit, because I love you.
I want to spend all night on the food experiment?
Too many science experiments. But I'm just gonna leave them there and then come back and just be like, I'm gonna be Eagle for an hour. Caw.
Okay, so
Huh.
are you watching the entire time?
Yeah. Caw.
Roll perception for me.
Do I get advantage on that because I don't actually have my Eagle thing open? Hang on.
Yeah, eagles have
It's
advantage on
side-based,
like,
yeah.
perception checks.
Oh, that's good. That's an 18.
You're watching, and there's no change, and no change, and no change, and no change, and no change. You blink, and they're gone. And as you sort of double blink after the fuck they're gone, you sort of narrow your little eagle eyes to go, the fuck is that? And you see that there seems to be a couple honeysuckle blossoms that have been left in place of the sandwiches.
I knew it.
Damn it. I'm like, fine. I'll just like fly back. Be like, she's so cute, but science bitches. And then I'll fly back and go, well, never mind.
Science bitches is no match for the hunger of a fawn.
This is true. And just be like, yep, science happened, and now we're moving on swiftly. We're walking.
So sorry, I'm a little still stuck on the whole time thing. I forget why we're going to Brookshire.
A warlock.
Right.
Yes.
The
Got
Warlock
it,
of Mirrors
A lot of
has
bad stuff.
black tomes bound to them. He's a half-elf, middle-aged. The Grove didn't like him, which makes me not like him.
Right.
Pale,
Right.
brown hair, and brown eyes.
And if anyone knows anything about the betrayer that we could find out, it would be him.
Like, and warlocks are squishy, so all we need to do really is just get Gogaya to like sit on them, and they'll just squeal.
Did you just call me fat?
I'm gonna walk away really quickly.
I don't know that sitting on them is.
Larry, did
Yeah.
she just call me fat?
No.
Are you sure?
It's Briar.
Oh god.
I don't
Rolling
think she
insight
could
on Briar.
describe.
What's a natural one?
Oh my god.
I walk away really quickly.
Tiberius
If you would
stride.
like me to confirm, I can detect thoughts on her again, but I really don't think so.
Not worth it. It's fine. Whatever. Not fat.
No, you're clearly nothing but muscle. Because I'm assuming you've been carrying me this whole time.
Oh yeah, like no sweat.
Wait, hold up. Detect thoughts?
What?
Tiberius.
Hi, Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Yes, what's this about detect thoughts?
What?
I'm not even gonna roll an insight check for that.
The detect thoughts that Larry did on Briar back when the sock was a thing.
Really
No, I was gonna say this is Ket asking Lyrie.
Yes, exactly. Ket didn't know that there wasn't any
Yeah.
detect thoughts happening until Lyrie just said it out loud. All right, I can see you're not going to talk about that.
What? Talk about what?
Never mind.
All right. You're being weird.
You hear a bird and so you guys are heading towards Brookshire. Even the DM is like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. So you guys are making some really good.
Guys.
You guys are making really good time. You end up camping for the night. Are you guys gonna do watches or?
Guy will stay up for a watch.
Aegis is Aegising, so I'm gonna.
Well, I'll watch too.
Aegis gonna Aegis.
And then I can take a shift.
I'll take a shift.
Okay.
I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, Ket will take a shift also.
Alright, so you guys take shifts. Who's taking the last one before dawn?
Ket will.
Ket. And then who's taking the middle shift?
That can be me and Panda.
Okay. And then Briar, you're taking first one?
Oh. Yeah. Okay, we can take it together.
Can we braid each other's hair?
Yes.
So you guys sit and braid each other's hair. Larry, you're afforded peaceful sleep as Chester kind of comes up and sort of settles around your back so that your back is protected. He's like, Mom. We'll protect Mom. Settles in.
Buddy.
So first watch, roll perception for me, please.
Alright, guys, don't roll another one or you're going in dice jail. Alright, that works. It's a 16 for me.
Okay.
27.
As it never really gets night here. This is about as night as it gets. It's sort of, in between stages. You guys settle in and watch as, you just kind of takes opposite of where you guys are sitting so that you have a commanding 360 view of whoever's going to be coming up around you guys. Nothing seems to happen.
God damn it, Christina.
You guys braid each other's hair.
By the way, Briar, that was super, super clever what you did earlier, saying that Ket needed to stay nearby. Oh my god, I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of me too. Like, honestly, we could probably put Chester on his side and then push them in the cupboard together. I mean, the chest. The chest. Totally a chest. I didn't make a portable cupboard at all.
You're adorable.
Yes, I am.
That was all. Sorry.
So, Briar gives you a Talrenian braid, Gagaya, which you may or may not know, but the braids are actually dependent on which clan you're from. So Briar may or may not be claiming you for her clan.
Alright then. Probably doesn't know that. Just thinks it looks cool.
as you guys, your watch ends as Tolman and Pandel come up. Briar, you feel Pandel nose in the center of your back as she goes, boop.
Boop.
And then comes up to sit next to Tolman. As you guys head off to sleep, Tolman and Pandel, I need you guys to roll perception for me.
13 for Tolman.
Okay.
And, no, I'm sorry, 14 for Tolman, 13 for Pandel, and if it's smell-based, then Pandel gets, 13.
So you guys sort of settle in, Aegis opposite of you guys. It's quiet shift. Sort of dead in the middle of the night now. All you can hear is your sleeping companions as your shift ends and Ket takes up the last watch. So
Ket's usually wakes up early anyway, so it was good for him to take the last watch. It just worked out. And he gets a 16 on perception.
Okay. At this point, you're watching, and you hear a sort of movement and sort of clank and scrape of metal. And as you turn around to look to see where it's coming from, you realize that Aegis is slumped over.
That's alarming because he doesn't sleep. I'm gonna walk over to him. Check him out.
You sort of get up and make your way around the knot of sleeping companions in the center of camp. As you go to where Aegis is sitting, you sort of approach him from the side, and the lights of his eyes are completely dark. However, you can see that his core is sort of this very soft, glowing blue. It doesn't illuminate more than the inside of his chest cavity. And he's just kind of half-folded on himself.
How late into my watch is it?
It's about halfway through your watch.
Alright, well, I'm going to quietly wake up Lyrie.
How?
That's a good don't get any ideas. He's just gonna walk over and he's gonna hesitate for a moment, then he's gonna touch her shoulder and say,
right now.
Lyrie, wake up.
So guess what? What?
Sorry to wake you up. Aegis is doing something strange. I figured you would want to know.
What do you mean? I telepathically contact Aegis. Aegis, you alright?
You get nothing in response.
I bolt upright, and I'm asking Ket what happened as I run over to Aegis.
We were just on watch, and he was fine, and then he just sort of slumped over, and his core is still glowing somewhat, but it's like he's in a powered down mode.
He shouldn't be. As far as I know, he doesn't. Aegis! And when I get over to him, if I inspect him, is there anything obvious that might be wrong?
Are you physically touching him, or are you just looking at this point?
No, I'm all up in his business. Like, I'll be like inspecting the. Don't make it weird, y'all.
Way too late.
I even bother saying that with this group. No, I'm like touching the core, trying to figure out what's going on.
As you go to inspect the core, you put a hand on his chest, and all of a sudden you watch as the core goes brighter and brighter blue, and the lights in his eyes blink, 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 and he sort of sits upright, and you watch as a hand comes up and covers yours. And then he pulls away and looks down at you and goes, "Oh."
Oh?
am extremely sorry, mistress. I do not know what happened there.
Did you just fall asleep?
I do not think so. We do not need sleep. We are not living.
And yet...
Could this have anything to do with the memories we unlock?
Is there anything you in particular were thinking before?
I was not thinking at all. I was keeping watch. It might be a side effect of regaining a lot of memories all at once. I am unsure, but I apologize profusely.
I'll give him a quick once-over, just to make sure that there's nothing obvious, malfunctioning, etc.
As you give him once over, you notice there are some dings and scratches from battles that you guys have fought. But otherwise, he is in immaculate condition. His core is perfectly unscratched, unscathed. The light is perfectly good from what you can see. So he seems to be normal other than whatever the hell just happened to him.
It's possible that it was brought on by the Lesser Restoration, but do let me know if you start feeling odd.
I will.
Unusual. How much is left of your watch, Ket?
It's about halfway through.
What does that mean in hour-long terms? I don't actually know how long watches are.
You will have had a long rest by now.
No, I'm asking, is there enough time for me to go back to sleep?
Oh yeah, there's enough for you to catch another hour and a half or 2 hours of sleep.
Excellent. Keep up the good work, you two. Thank you, Ket, for bringing this to my attention. Best of luck with the rest of the watch, and I go back to sleep.
Fucking princess.
And she's probably going to sleep in, too.
Right.
Eventually, we're going to get to the point.
This is the closest thing Larry's had to a regular sleep schedule, like, for her entire life, as well as she's with you guys in the party.
It's amazing. So the rest of your watch goes without incident. Everyone starts to wake up. Aegis seems to be no worse for wear as you guys start to break your fast and break down camp to continue your journey.
Do you want me to carry you again, or do you want Aegis to do it this time?
If it's all the same to you, I'll stick to Aegis just because it doesn't actually cost any wear and tear on him, and I feel bad. I'm trying not to say the word writing.
Being born aloft?
Damn it, Jason.
I mean, like, it's cool, you know, whatever. I get it. He's like this big shiny thing, and you love big shiny things. It's fine.
Well, yes, but...
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Less, you know, time for you to have to, you know, put you down gently instead of just dropping you if something happens. So.
All right.
I'm not offended. It's okay. Calm down.
Okay. Real fast, we said we had about 2 days travel? Or was it 1 day at this point, I guess?
Yeah, by this point, probably.
By this point, it is... At this point, as you guys are walking, he just sort of speaks low to you, Larry. And goes, Mistress, may I speak to you privately for a moment as we walk?
Of course. Telepathically.
As he goes, I do not know exactly what happened, but memories of my time before are understandable, but this is different. This is... Mistress, you are very well versed and knowledgeable about automatons. I trust you completely in this matter. So I do not ask this lightly of you. Do I have a soul?
Well, here's the thing, Aegis. You're from an era where people did the impossible. Things that I can only imagine now. There are tales of things that were done that can't be achieved with modern technology. Things that were considered unsavory because they dealt with beings that did have souls. I don't necessarily believe that that's true, but you're different. So, I'm not going to say yes because I don't know for sure and I don't want to lie. But I can't prove that you don't. So, well, I can't definitively say one way or the other. I will say it's possible.
Thank you, Mistress. I ask because automatons do not dream. We remember of our service. It is part of the magic laid upon us, but last night, when you woke me, I was dreaming. I do not remember it being something that I had done during what little service I had to the Empire. It was a mountain, beautiful, tall. I saw the sky above, impossibly blue and wide, and clouds. And I saw a lake so clear it was like a mirror to the heavens. And I know for a fact that I have never seen such a thing in the lands of Venelaria. Perhaps I was dreaming, but do automatons dream? Can something without a soul dream?
Well, I don't know the answer to that question, but if you're wondering whether automatons can dream, I think you just answered that yourself. I don't think this is over, and if you continue to dream, you may find the other answer to your question as well. Do keep sharing it with me.
Of course. Anything that I experience, I will tell you immediately. As I said, Mistress, I trust you completely.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I look forward to seeing where this goes.
As do I. And he sort of pulls back to the rest of the group as you guys continue to Brookshire, which you all actually, wrong song. You guys start to come upon.
I don't like where this is going.
It's a very cute city.
As you guys start to come up to it, you can hear the lapping of water against the shore as you're drawing closer and closer to the lake. You manage to sort of find a path and follow it up to what you assume is Brookshire. It is a quaint little town. Eerily quiet. In ways that set the hair on the back of your neck on end. That this is a place you know that should be full of voices of laughter, of life, of something. And what you see instead is a town devoid of life. Devoid of the living. It is almost as if it is a ghost town. and as you all walk up further and further to it, there is nothing but the wind whistling between the buildings.
Snicket.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Are there any living plants around?
Oh yeah, there's grass and some wildflowers, and there are occasional trees.
What would give a good lookout of the town? Like what kind of plant?
Before entering the town? Or...
I can do it more than once. So before entering the town?
There seems to be a giant plum tree that's sort of sitting out towards the edge of town. It has a good commanding view of the road going in and out. There's some other trees. Most of them seem to have... they seem to be also plum trees, but this one is the biggest of all of them. And thus commanding the best view.
I'm gonna use Speak with Plants, then, on the plum tree.
I was so hoping that was what you were doing today.
I took with Speak with Animals and Speak with Plants today, because I was thinking we might need to talk to things, so... And I've never used them before, so let's be useful. So Briar's just gonna go start talking to a tree.
I'm pretty sure we assume this is normal with Briar by now.
Yeah. Just Briar things.
So you cast Speak with Plants.
Yes. Not that. Oop. It's one of those. And I'm just gonna wait to see if it comes to. Oh, I really didn't want to do this because I use a lot of trees, but there we go. This is happening.
Did you say you use a lot of trees?
Yeah.
She makes things for trees.
I make things out of trees.
But this tree doesn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
You cast, and at first there's nothing, and then you hear the whispering, because it's a 30-foot radius. You hear the whispering of this little tiny grove of plum trees, and then you hear a deep voice. There are people approaching. Just this deep, low, almost creaking of massive branches.
Hello. Hi. I'm Briar. So, your town looks pretty empty. Is that normal?
No. It used to be full of life. It's quiet now. I miss the little ones. They would pick the fruit off my branches so my branches would not break when they were overladen with fruit.
Can I just have a look and see if his branches look like they're gonna be breaking at any point soon?
As you go and take a look, you notice that there's already a couple branches full of rotting plums on the ground. There's one that seems to be just super full of ripe plums, and it's almost to the point of breaking.
Lyrie, can I borrow Chester?
I would ask for what, but you know what? Yes.
Chester, come here a second, and bottoms up, buddy. And I'm just gonna start taking some plums down and then chucking them into Chester.
As it opens up wide as you start tossing plums in there. His tongue sort of lolling out, just like wiggle, 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 wiggle. As you get about 15 plums in there before the branch sort of springs back up, and Chester closes it without making the usual nom nom like he's eaten something. So he has thought he is storing them as he thinks you want them to be stored.
Good to know. So, Mr. Tree, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, or if you have a name. The children used to be here, but they're not here anymore. When did you last see the children? The little ones like me, but like smaller ones? Saplings? baby trees.
It has been quite a long time. Without the sun, without the moon, it is hard to tell the passage of time. But it has been quite some time.
Did you see anybody, like, new go into town? Like, someone that you wouldn't recognize, or someone who gave you the... When, like, ivy tries to grow up you, and you don't like it, and you're like, no, bad ivy, and then somebody comes and removes it from you. Like, the heebie-jeebies.
Is that a gnomish term?
It's a gnomish term.
I'm frankly offended.
He kind of sits there and thinks, and there were plenty of people coming in and out when there were people here. Lots of faces I did not recognize. Though as to whether they not gave me the heebie-jeebies, I cannot say. The children are the only ones who come by. Sometimes the young women who want to use my fruit to make pies or cider. But there has only been one person here lately.
Sorry.
Who was the person?
He dresses in black with a black tome across his lap. He walks, he speaks, and he returns to the big house towards the center of town.
Does he have ears like mine? And I just sort of flick my ears.
Longer.
Longer? Okay.
One is longer at any rate.
Okay.
The other one looks like something took a bite out of it.
Do you want me to do anything for you? You guys okay? Your tree buddies?
You have helped my branch. I appreciate this very muchly.
I'm gonna ask this and I'm gonna regret this question because I have a lifestyle. When people chop you down,
why?
that hurt you?
I have never been chopped down, but I have
Good
had
to know.
branches pruned off, but they were dying and they hurt.
That's good. That's good to know. So I am no longer feeling quite as bad. Okay, buddy, but thanks for the tree advice. Okay. I'm gonna try and. Thanks, big one. I'm just gonna end the spell. I just be like, okay, so hey guys, in the big house in the center of the town is the big bad evil. Because I talked to the tree and the tree told me.
What else? What did the tree tell you about him?
That he's got one ear that is more pointed than mine, and I thought he was a half-elf, so I'm a bit confused. And one ear that's got a chunk taken out of it, and that the children used to be here quite a long time ago, and now there's no children and no people.
Do your ears get longer the older you get?
No? Maybe? I don't know.
Well, it's just a thought, like...
Maybe he's more elf than the
Yeah, so he could just be slightly more elf.
Or maybe, the last time somebody saw him, he had a disguise, so they thought he was a half-elf?
Or his disguise doesn't have, perhaps, because he doesn't like being a half-elf.
Yeah. That makes no sense to me.
Although, if there's nobody here at all...
Why have a disguise in the first place, right?
Yes.
Also, I wonder if this town is evidence of what the betrayer was implying. Maybe he's already started something.
Already using people.
Right.
For whatever the fairness scheme.
Snicket, I'm assuming with a 9. I can't really tell anything.
With a 9, no, you do see that there are tracks.
Okay.
They're not monster or aberration. Roll survival again now that you know that they're not.
Okay, choosing a different route. That's 11, so 17. Yes, 17.
You do see what seems to be one medium humanoid set of feet that seems to have been pacing in and out of here. You also see drag marks. Wide drag marks, like something very large has been moved in and out of here. You also can see smaller feet. These are fresher. They seem to be on the small side of things, and seeming to be moving at a clip pace towards the inside of the city.
Like a humanoid foot shape.
Yeah, very, very humanoid foot shape. Just, you're thinking maybe a halfling or a gnome?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, my sized foot.
Yeah, around there. And you can tell from, they sort of lead into the city and immediately go down an alleyway.
Perhaps we should follow these tracks. Maybe it was...
Weren't we supposed to be finding a wizard?
Warlock?
Well, yes, but if someone's already here, perhaps we can find out more information.
Yes, it's
or we confront this era of unknown humanoid status.
Only, can you tell how recent those tracks are?
They're fresher than the drag marks in the medium tracks, at least. Probably within the last few days, at least this week, maybe a week.
And they don't seem to leave town, just to enter it?
Not from this direction, at least. They seem to be going that way and then take a left up ahead.
Well...
We are here for a purpose.
Keep an eye out for everyone, please.
Should we find ways to be subtle?
I was going to suggest we stealth, yes.
Well, I mean, how subtle do we want to be? Do we want to... It looks pointedly at Aegis, the 11-foot-tall automaton, and Galgaia, the almost 8-foot-tall Goliath. We stand out quite a good deal. Do we want to make any sort of effort to disguise ourselves?
Do you want me and Aegis to stay back?
Hi, buddy. I took a spell today. It's my favorite spell for us. It's called Pass Without a Trace.
Alright. Do you think that'll be enough?
Did you have something in mind?
If we... I have an idea for what we could do if we really need to, but I think it makes more sense to do if we need to hide quickly. I'm thinking we could potentially polymorph Aegis into like something smaller, and like less conspicuous. So if we need to, it's a possibility. I don't know if we necessarily want to do it right now, since I know that's a pretty high level spell.
Larry?
Yes.
Can it be an otter?
It can absolutely be an otter, Briar. I was kind of hoping you'd suggest that.
An automaton otter. An
automaton.
Oh, jeez.
An automaton.
Are you trying to polymorph the automaton?
Only if you think it's necessary. I recognize it's pretty strong magic when we don't know what we're going into.
I mean, I can just pass without traces. We're totally sneaky.
Yes.
Perhaps
we can find out if we need to later.
Tighter.
But it's a chance.
Aegis can't fit, perhaps.
Yes. So for now, pass without a trace, I guess. I guess I have to roll a million stealth. Oh, I put Chester in the Pokeball.
Okay. Pokeball to the Chester.
Stealthing? Pass without a trace.
Okay. What if you just again?
Stealth buddies!
So, mine's an 11.
With the plus 10?
Because I rolled a natural 1.
Let's be stealthy, guys!
I totally
got this! I got you guys!
Turns out Aegis was not the problem.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh my god.
It's much as Brian's just being like, I got this!
And we're stealthing,
You guys are stealthing.
She's humming her own theme music as we're walking along.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
doing...
Snicket.
No, you're doing the Kronk thing where you're doing music under your breath.
That's what I was thinking.
You guys look to find Tolman, and you don't even see him, and you start to question, have we ever really seen Tolman? And existential crisis starts to sink in. No, I'm kidding. So, Tolman, you're able to keep up. Are you guys following the small footsteps?
That was the plan, I thought, yes.
Okay.
We're following the small tracks first.
So you guys start to follow, you make a sharp left turn as soon as you enter the Brookshire, and you go down what seems to be a winding lane. As you look, it seems to be sort of a boulevard full of shops. You see what seems to be an inn, as you see out front a sort of worn wooden sign that creaks in what little breeze there is, and it says World's End Inn. And as you guys pass, the windows are completely dark, slightly dusty. As you peer in, you don't see any life. You see absolutely nothing on the inside. It is completely still, quiet, and empty. As you continue to follow, you watch as the little tiny tracks lead you up to what seems to be a smaller, almost eclectic-looking building covered in peeling green paint. It has a large bay window. As you guys can see, there's almost soft bottle green glass, and the sign above the building says the Emerald Eye. Magical mysteries and more. So they sort of end as they hit the door.
I'm going to peek in through a window.
You peek in through the window. Roll perception for me.
Because this has gone so well tonight. That's a 3. So an 8.
You've
or
seen
9. Doesn't matter.
You've seen the inside of a magic shop multiple times, especially Sage's. So you notice there are, like, display tables turned over. There's busted glass on the floor. Which is extremely strange because everything else seems to have been left almost the way it was. This seems to have been roughed up a little bit. But you don't see anything except you notice in the back a door that seems to be ajar.
Okay.
I want to send someone around back, maybe.
Here. I'm gonna send Panda around back. And double check if there's a back exit.
Okay.
Yeah, she's left the case.
Get back to the music.
She tells you she will try to be as stealthy as possible, but this is no forest. it's harder for her to hide here, but she'll do her best. As she goes back, and she's like, yes, there's a door back here. Little else. Seems to be closed. And as I don't have opposable thumbs, I can't open them.
Right. Okay. Good. I'm assuming she came back and told us this. Like, so does it look like the right, so obviously the jar door doesn't lead out the back entrance. Do we want to have anyone at the back entrance and try to enter both ways, or should we just go through this door here?
We go to the back entrance.
Okay. We have the sentence stones.
I don't think we should split up.
That's fair. Well, we're not going to get much done here at the front entrance, are we? Might as well just head back.
This isn't the house, the big house, is it? It's not.
No.
Nothing about this would make it look.
Where the tracks led, I think.
Yep.
Or just in case it kind of looked to a tree big housey.
Oh.
Just let me know when you want a door smashed in.
We all want to move to the back. That works as well.
Let's.
Sure. I'm not smart, but
I'm not a smart man, Jenny.
I'm not a smart woman, Gogaya, but should we investigate the door? Have we done that yet? Should somebody who is good at being smart investigate the door?
The front door or the back door? We haven't moved yet.
Oh, the back.
I would assume we will once we get there. But right now we're all standing here.
I was going to say I'm going to check the door.
You check the front door?
Sure.
Or is it the back door? I'm really confused as to which door we're checking here.
Me!
Are we at the back door?
What is it?
I'm just like watching
the top door. It's decided we're at the top.
Okay. You, it is unlocked. As you, turn the handle, it opens.
Okay. So open the back doors slowly.
You open it slightly and...
Just like peek around the corner.
It is super quiet. Roll perception for me.
All of us, or?
Yeah, you can all roll perception.
15 to
15? Okay.
8.
This fucking Scooby-Doo gang.
Is it like Tolman and then probably Larry and then Briar and Kat and Angie at the top, or Guy at the top? Just like.
Oh, what's going on? So, all of you hear this, because that was a shitty roll. You hear from somewhere in the interior. Oh, god damn it!
I knew it.
Talk.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a decision roll. 1 or 2, it does the dumb. 3 or 4, we do the smart. Well, yoo-hoo!
I said no.
As you go yoo-hoo, there's quiet, and then there's tucka 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 tucka, and you see peering out at you, 2 very large, very blue eyes, and this sort of, long mane of strawberry blonde hair, as this gnome peeks out from around a corner and looks at you guys and goes, "Oh fuck."
What? Why? What? Wow, starting to get me into
I
typhoid.
grabbed their shirt before they can run away.
Hey, watch the merchandise, pal!
We just want to talk.
Oh, fuck. You don't work for him, do you?
No.
I probably not. I don't really work for anybody right now. Except the Arcana, but they're not really on the island yet.
No, we don't work for. I'm assuming you're talking about the man in black with the ear and the nasty business.
Yeah.
Look, can we all go inside and shut the door? I feel a bit exposed right here.
Push people in.
Okay, can you put? Okay, and can you like?
I let them go. Yeah.
And she sighs and goes, huh, alright, okay, good, you don't work for him. Creepy bastard. Well, you work for the Arcana. Oh, I guess you're like some of those ancients that were staying here before the island got sealed up, huh?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Along those lines.
Oh, well, allow me to introduce myself to you all. I am Alyssa Clearwater, owner of Alyssa's Enchanted Emporium, full of fine magical goods, and she motions to the 5 bags of holding she has in a belt around her waist.
Interesting choice of displaying merchandise. It's novel.
When you're a mobile merchant such as myself, you need some way to haul gear. And I'm
this isn't your store then?
Oh no.
Take the words out of my mouth.
This belongs to Gideon, but Gideon's been taken like everybody else has.
Tell us about that.
Oh, they all got taken up to the castle.
When did this happen?
Oh, right as the island was sealed up. They were the first to go. I ran. Couldn't pay me to stick around. Like, I am a marvelous wizard, but not that amazing.
Do you know what happened to them?
Oh, that's when the Jackal in Black came and started rounding people up. He had help from a bunch of shadow-looking things.
Are those shadow?
Been in town lately?
Oh, he's
and
in
are
town.
those shadow things with him still?
Oh, I haven't seen him. I've been running like the dickens. I figured maybe I'd come back and see if there's anything in Gideon's stock I could use to maybe get the fuck out of here. But it seems they picked this place clean. There isn't much left. Some spell scrolls, but that's about it. I don't need spell scrolls. But no, he's still in town, and oh boy, I mean, I'm not surprised. I think he's supposed to keep an eye on this place just in case, but he's a bad, bad dude.
So why?
How often does he come back into town?
Well, this is my first time back in town since the whole thing went down.
Oh, okay, so you haven't been back for a while.
No, I did see him on my way in. Ugh.
How did he not see you?
Probably here now.
I am, despite how colorful I look, I know how to be stealthy when I wanna. Alter self plus a good amount of sneaking equals you never see me. She seems to be telling the truth, but Tolman, you get this sort of back feeling of oiliness, of you know, and above table talk speak, like used car salesman.
Selling snake oil.
Almost like a charlatan.
Oh, I wonder what background she has.
But she sort of flourishes and goes, no offense, but I'm not in the business of risking my skin for people, especially not on my own. I mean, that was some prodigious magic he did.
Can you tell us about this magic that you've seen him perform?
Sorry.
Nothing I'm familiar with, nothing they taught, the school I went to. But, right bit of necromancy that was.
What happened?
He made an example of people who tried to stand up to him. He offered to take everyone peacefully up to the castle. People resisted, of course they're going to resist. I mean, someone comes by and tells you you're going somewhere against your will. I mean, what the hell are you going to do? You're going to tell them to fuck off. So he killed them. Circle of death. And then raised their corpses up and had them start going around killing other people as a show of force. I ran, because fuck that noise.
Live to sell another day?
Exactly.
How many people are left, if any?
None. I've had my eye on the place. I haven't seen a single soul other than myself, and I've been checking for tracks too. I haven't seen much of anything other than the old warlock and some other really interesting stuff. But I'm not a ranger, so I can't tell what the fuck any of that means. I just know that there doesn't seem to be anybody here. It's like they all were either taken or killed, but I don't see any bodies, so, you know, strange.
How are you still alive? Yeah.
Here? Well, I just got back into town.
Oh, just back into town.
Yeah.
Where were you before?
Oh, I've been wandering around the countryside trying to hawk my wares. Strangely enough, no one wants to buy anything since we're all sealed up. It's not bad for business.
Oh, so you must have passed through.
Oh yeah, I came to Fianna because I heard about the, the sort of excavation that's been going on in some of the ruins around here. Seems like the Greenbrier Collective and the Arcana finally got off their fucking asses and just went, oh hey, there's cool stuff here, maybe we should look into it. So they sent people here to do so. I thought, man, maybe there was some cool magical items I can pick up and sell or find and acquire. But, you know, as soon as I got here, everything went to shit, as per the usual.
And you're not affiliated with either the Arcana or the Greenbrier Collective, I would imagine.
Nah, I was, how do you say, private schooled?
Does she sound at all, like, genuine, like her story actually, like, checks out with that insight check?
Oh yeah, there is truth in here. She seems to be building up of, oh yeah, no, I'm a fucking badass. You're getting the feeling that she might have some talent, but you think she's got an ego on her.
So, what exactly are you planning to accomplish here in this empty town all by yourself in someone else's store?
Are you sure you're not, like, detecting thoughts on me? Because, like, you keep asking the things that I keep thinking of. It's kind of weird.
Well, like I said, I was trying to find Gideon's private stash. I thought maybe
you're a thief!
He's gone. What the hell does he need him for? I thought maybe I could find something that would send me home. But no, he doesn't have anything of any interest here.
You mentioned spell scrolls, however.
Yeah, there's some spell scrolls, but they're just everyday things. I'm wondering, like, I know Gideon sometimes exchanged some of the super powerful stuff to Sage because Sage has a bigger customer base in Evalis and whatnot, and he seems to be more knowledgeable about the big time stuff anyway. Fucking weirdo.
Can I grab his ear?
Her ear? Yeah. Ow!
Yeah, sorry. I was totally awake. What did you call my friend? What did you call my buddy?
He's a weirdo.
I took it harder.
Oh, that hurts.
Briar.
Don't call nice people weird. Everybody's
a bad
different.
Word.
Everybody's different in their own way.
Yeah, that means everybody's weird in their own way. Jeez, Briar, calm down.
Yeah, he's nice, I guess. But that motherfucker's hiding something.
And you aren't?
What?
Oh no, I don't hide anything.
Insight!
You don't need to roll an insight check to know that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Still nothing. Still like, yeah, pretty solid.
I
You're not
mean,
hiding anything.
I have been nothing but honest with you. What the fuck do I have to hide at this point? Yeah, I go around other people's abandoned item shop and take shit so that I might sell it later. I'm not saying I'm a good person. I'm just saying I'm not fucking hiding anything from you guys.
Does he have a cousin that only knows one word? Or she? Does she have a cousin that only knows one word? Enchantment.
If you're talking about my cousin Sandal.
So I love you, Snicket.
Yeah.
But
Christina does not understand this, and I will probably get it in 10 minutes' time.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
Okay.
I didn't.
So what can you do then, other than steal the magic items and such?
I am a grade A enchanter. I make magical items. For the most part. And I also sell very nice magical items because I understand the quality and craftsmanship that goes into this. And I also try to acquire legendary items. Or try to. But again, some people are just greedy and don't want to share.
That's a good point. Good.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any examples, or are we supposed to just take you at your word?
Well, what are you looking at? What are you buying?
What?
What are you selling?
Pretty much. What do you have? I don't know. Sell me something. It's supposed to be what you're good at.
She motions, and she's like, "Oh, please. Well, I know a wizard when I see one. I have several different types of wands. Perhaps you would like... I have a headband of intellect.
Oh, what does that do? M doesn't know this.
It turns your intelligence to a 19 right off the bat.
Oh.
Which, who doesn't want a higher intellect?
How much is that?
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, that can't be allowed to happen.
I will fight you for that.
Right?
I don't think either of those things can happen.
How much is that? How much is that?
No.
I will fight you for that.
It is 8,000 gold pieces.
Oh, fuck balls.
Aren't you saving for a boat player?
Yeah, breathes a sigh of relief.
I'm gonna make the boat. I'm gonna make the boat. I don't need to save for the boat because I'm making the boat.
We're just going to...
How much money do I actually have? Hold on.
I actually have something... yeah, I think I actually might have some things that
well, we have some money,
you all would like. And she takes out this really old, interesting tome. And she kind of presents it Vanna White style. This is super rare and super sought after. But I could let it go for a decent price.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No.
What is it? Is it gonna make me smart?
Oh, it will. This is called the Tome of Clear Thought. And in game turns, it adds a permanent +2 to your intelligence, including boosting it over 20.
Oh, does it now?
Does it? It does.
Does it though? With the 22?
With the 22. She's being honest, and the fact that she has it is astounding. These things are very, very, very rare.
Hang on. Do I know anything about this book?
Roll history.
Okay. I don't know what my history is. It's probably not great because I'm not smart. I'm not smart, so it's like an 11.
You have heard that there are magical books out there that can do things to people. So it seems legit.
It's legit.
I have other mundane things, because, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I totally understand. I have rings, I have cloaks.
How much?
The Tome
The
of...
book, I mean.
The Tome of Clear Thought? Oh, it's gonna be fairly expensive. I mean, how much are you willing to pay for it?
Real fast, out of character. Does anyone have our party funds written down, or is it in the bag of holding things? I don't have it.
We have 13,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Well, do I have any idea what this thing would be worth? Like, because M has no fucking idea.
Yeah, how would we appraise it?
Roll history, and it'll tell you, like, sort of how rare it is and how much it might be worth.
That's a 19.
I rolled a natural 1, so I have no idea.
Did anybody roll history?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's higher than that because I'm looking at Aegis's character sheet. Then that is a 24.
Larry, you've actually seen one of these before. It wasn't of clear thought. It was a tome of leadership. This was in a one of the shops close to your family's estate. They wanted 65,000 gold pieces for it.
Okay. Well,
Let me see, how much is she asking for this one?
She stole it.
promise I really want this book. How about this? How about sort of a form of an IOU? Is there any sort of function that you find particularly useful in your day-to-day life that you would like replicated? I motioned to Quill. I happen to have, well, let's say, very strong connections to a certain manufacturing establishment of automatons in Persephone, and I could make this very worth your while if you would bump down the price of that book to, say, 1,000 gold pieces, plus an IOU.
Roll
To be
persuasion.
completed as soon as we get off Fianna. Okay. Oh god. Okay, don't fuck me. That's a natural one.
She kind of just grins at you and goes, listen, I appreciate it. You could know the Empress of Topnell, and I'm still not gonna hand this thing over. I've been burned once before. Listen, how about this? I'm probably gonna head back to Ovalis since there isn't anything here. I'll be hanging around there, so if you come up with a reasonable amount of gold or a nice artifact you want to trade instead, you know, let me know. Because I'm always looking for interesting things, especially the older the magical item is, the more I want it. She eyes Aegis.
I'm not giving you Aegis.
Others have tried.
Others far more impressive than you.
Holman, can I have something from... Can I have the thing from the bag of holding? The thing. And I'm just gonna...
But I hold out the bag of holding too.
I take out the gold dragon comb with ruby eyes. It's like, this is the most powerful artifact we've ever found. It replicates the breath of a dragon. We've used it up today, so it can't be done today, but tomorrow it would be so rare. It was made by Sage. We would be willing to part with this for that tome, or no, not the tome, the headband, the Circle of Intellect.
Okay, what item are you talking about? I don't think it...
We have a gold dragon comb that's just
We have a gold dragon comb.
Gold dragon comb with 750, but Briar should have passed it off as well.
Oh, I know that. I'm trying to remember where you got the comb from.
It was one of those things that was with the orb
that's right.
when we did the sewer mission.
That's right. Briar, roll deception for me.
It's the last one of like the 4 things.
I could make it look magical too, but
Could
I'd
I?
have to
You put it all up today, so.
I am using DM inspiration.
It was one of the things that I was trying to hide away from cats.
Oh! What is that? I don't know what my actual deception is because I don't. So 19! 19!
Roll up.
She narrows her eyes at you and goes, "Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining." Listen, I understand.
I mean, see, this is how smart I am, because I thought that would work, and you...
Clearly she needs to circle.
I was testing you.
Well,
Can we get the headband? Can we get the headband? Can we get the headband?
okay.
We could split it on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Is there another day? Right. So, Gaia could have it, and then on the other days, I could have it. And we could be smart. Alternatively.
Okay, I like you guys. You guys are pretty interesting. I'm gonna go now.
Tet mouths "thank you" under his breath too.
Gaia's gonna start checking her pockets. Well, you know, what pockets she might have.
I mean, okay. I do instant delivery service. If you guys find yourselves on the road and you need something. I know Sage offers something similar, but I have a wider selection of things than he does at the moment.
Alright.
And she gives you a business card that once you pick up, it's almost holographic in color. And she does
How
finger
tacky
guns.
is it?
It is super ostentatious. It's gaudy as
Perfect.
fuck. And she does
Perfect.
finger guns as soon as one of you takes it from her. I mean, if you guys want normal potions or anything, I got those too.
We do have 5 regular, 1 greater, and 1 superior in the back for me.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
So before you go, though, like I'm gonna let you guys like figure out whatever you want to buy, because like I'm good. But before you go, do you know where we might be able to find tall, maybe-ish, dark and douchey?
Oh yeah, he's in the mayor's house.
Thanks.
In the center city. Oh god, what's his name? I think I know his name. I heard someone say it, which is really strange because I didn't see anyone around him. He was holding a compact mirror though. Seems strange considering how ugly he is. Like, he was using it.
Huh.
I don't think I have any names written down.
Yeah. Leonath. Leonath Rensel.
And you mentioned there are interesting tracks. Anything else besides the footprints and drag marks?
That drag marker is a big thing. I don't know what the hell made it, but I don't want to find out. But no, I haven't seen anything else. It's just quiet, dark, and shadowy here now.
One more quick thing. If you could point me in the direction of the spell scrolls, that would be quite helpful.
Downstairs.
Thank you.
Of course. So yeah, just give me a call if you need anything.
Well, hopefully we'll see you in Novalis then.
Oh, definitely. So, if you have any need, just remember Alyssa's Enchanted Emporium for all your magical needs. And she kind of turns around and she is gone. But you hear a little footfall as she's walking away invisible.
As she's walking away, I keep a hand on my coin purse.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, go guys, I'm
Yeah.
checking her shit to make sure nothing's missing.
I've been standing very close to Aegis and his passive 20 this whole entire time.
Yeah, you guys,
Stealth rolls.
you guys check your pockets and nothing's gone.
Okay. Real quick, can I run down and just take a look at those spell scrolls?
I was going to have a look around and see if I can find any hidden trapdoors or anything where the real goods might have been kept.
Roll
Hey
investigation.
Kat, how about you accompany Lyrie just to make sure everything's okay while
Natural
here.
bloody 20.
It's a good idea. If there's any magical traps or spells left here, I'll do that.
Brian.
I've been rolling shit this entire game, okay?
I feel it.
That felt so good.
So Tolman's looking for secret passages, and I'm going with Lyrie to get the spell scrolls.
And Aegis.
And Aegis.
And Chester. And, I guess I will de-Pokeball Chester.
Quick question. If they're going off to look for the spell scrolls, if I see them approach anything that looks like a cupboard, can I shut them in it?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, just checking.
That's why we have Aegis here.
Yeah, Aegis was so not let you do that.
Just asking for a friend.
1v1, Briar Aegis. I'm here for this.
So often Briar's like, no.
So, Tolman, you go searching around for hidden compartments or anything. You do manage to find what seems to be a panel of wall that you would have missed otherwise if you have not been so tenacious in looking for things. But it looks like a small panel of wall can be removed.
Can I check the traps?
Yeah, roll an investigation for me.
Natural 19, so not great because plus 4, so 23.
You don't see any traps, but it does have a mechanism you have to hit precise in order for it to pop open, which you do find.
Haha. I open and see what's inside.
Did you check?
Yeah, just check for traps.
Okay, sorry, brain is not.
No traps, but the intricate mechanism to open.
Yeah.
It almost on a hinge opens up, and you look inside and you see two things. The first thing you see is a small leather bag, and you see what seems to be a rolled up carpet.
I'm grabbing those and come running back to the group like, look what I found. I am so amazing.
As you're running back,
a rug?
The bag clinks as if there is crystals clicking together.
I am careful with the bag.
So you watch as Tolman comes back, carpet over one shoulder and a leather bag in the other.
I am totally strutting like I'm the hottest shit in this place.
What are you doing with a carpet?
You found a rug?
I found a hidden compartment that has this, and I found a rug, and then thinking crystals, and I look inside the bag.
You look inside the bag, and inside you see a diamond worth 300 gold pieces and 3 sapphires. And do you unfurl the rug?
I do. I just like flip it out.
You shake it out. And it is this beautiful carpet with intricate patterning on it. It seems to be about 4 feet by 6 feet. No, it's not. It is 5 feet by 7 feet, my bad. It is absolutely beautiful, and as you unfurl it, there's a small piece of paper that falls to the ground.
Smash it up.
I snatched it up in immaculate handwriting. It says something.
Can you read it?
Sorry.
But come on, buddy.
As you say, come on, buddy, the carpet lifts off the ground and floats.
Okay, that's not just a rug.
No, I thought not. My dad used to know a carpet maker. And I always wondered how there was all this interesting shit on the ceiling. And he had this really special rug that he wouldn't let anyone else touch. I'm just like doing a little dance because I found out that.
Is he doing the dance on the carpet?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes.
I'll climb up on the carpet and dance on the carpet.
I'm so here for this.
We're going to be so confused when we get back to the group.
Can I just be like floating at the ceiling and just like lying down onto the carpet like this?
Oh yeah.
And just looking down and watching them keep walking.
You're lying on the carpet like someone placed a table on the ceiling.
It's
tug on like one of the ends.
With Gaia poking it, and from that, Larry and Kat, you guys are downstairs, and there seem to be walls and walls and walls of bookshelves that are especially dedicated towards scrolls, and you notice most of them are gone. There's only a couple of them here, but they do seem bound up and untouched.
Do any of them particularly strike my interest as I'm looking around, specifically for scrolls, but also if anything book-wise looks particularly interesting, I'm going to take a look at that as well.
There's a lot of intro to transmutation. You see a book that was written. It's a multi-tome book series, sort of written by an evocation master. The sort of master of evocation with the Greenware Collective, Professor Valandar Sharandero, which I probably butchered that. I'm sorry, Dustin. And
the second edition!
Yes. It is...
He'll have fixed those errors by now.
But you do manage to find... Most of the books are nothing interesting. You do find a couple of scrolls. You see one that has... that teaches the sending spell.
Oh, okay.
Just
snatch that right up.
You find one that does Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
Which you have, right?
Yeah, I think we already have that one, but we can still take it. It still might be useful.
And you find two that are level 5.
Oh.
You find one that is Rary's Telepathic Bond.
Oh.
And the other one is Contact Other Plane.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Alyssa did not find these useful unless she knew these spells already.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that, Jason?
I'm wondering how she didn't find these scrolls useful unless she knew these spells already.
Yes. Well, they're not particularly shiny, so that's possibly why.
Ooh, shiny.
Also, are we in a plane? Are we not in a plane? So that might not necessarily be useful right now, but...
No, but things might change. It's good to have as an option just in case.
There's a question.
Because for all we know, Fianna's heading towards a different plane. For all we know, we could get there.
Yeah, that's true.
While we're on it.
Well,
in which case it's
I'm not there.
Oh, right, yes.
I forgot.
Let's pretend I said all that and carried to the pet. Just kind of rambling. Alright, well, I can take these, and I will briefly flip through the professor's book to make sure that he did in fact fix the errors.
It seems to be the exact same book you've seen before.
Errors and all.
I mean, I made that up. I don't actually know if he made the errors or not.
It was so good.
But that seems to be all that you can find down here.
Alright.
You guys head back up, and as you head back upstairs, you see Gaia standing there with Briar, and you see Tolman hovering close to the ceiling, staring down at you from his perch on what seems to be a carpet.
So that's new.
Yeah, what happened here?
Well, I think I found what the Alyssa couldn't. And also dangled the leather bag. And found some gems as well. A nice shiny diamond is one of them. And all
nice
just
work.
float down like a leaf.
So yeah, there's some sapphires and a 300 gold piece worth diamond, and then this lovely carpet, which is 5 by 7 inches, 5 feet by 7 feet. My bad. Larry, you can roll Arcana for me.
Can I roll Arcana too?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana too.
I hope so, because that was a 2, so that's a 10.
I got a 15.
You know these are flying carpets and that they exist. You're not really too sure. You know there's some variations, but you have no idea which one this one is. It's kind of like, flying carpets, how novel.
Carpet flies.
Ket, you look at it and you realize this one's not quite as fast as some of the other ones are, but it is built to carry weight. This one can carry up to 600 pounds. And it does do a little bit faster than what you guys can sort of run. It does about 40 feet of movement.
I'll explain that to the group. These were often used for hauling heavier things. Not quite as fast, but they can carry a lot more.
So it's a Studebaker?
And it will still be very useful.
How much does Aegis weigh? 1,000?
More than that.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah.
Can I carry me?
How much do you weigh, Gaia?
Gaia weighs 295 pounds.
Oh yeah. You get the feeling that the carpet could carry all of you. Maybe Pandel. But Aegis would be SOL.
You'd have to be the roboter.
Well, Tom and Brian, or at least Tom and Myri are definitely lighter. Brian probably too. Christina!
Paul's been falling asleep.
Is Aegis
We need a coffee break?
Maybe.
Is Aegis a transformer and we just don't know it?
Transform to what?
What's a transformer?
I don't know. It was like this mythical thing that that kind of
It's something that makes signals into a different type of signal.
You're Mr. Actual Science Nerd.
Well, regardless, it's going to be quite useful. For now, though, is there anything else we should do? Otherwise, we should probably figure out what's going on with Mr. Dark and Mysterious.
Ooh, we've got a carpet now. I can transform anyway, because caca. So do we, instead of going through the front door into this building, want to go in on the roof?
We could.
I say go on in the roof, I mean through the roof.
That doesn't sound very subtle, though.
Okay, well, I've got 2 plans. One subtle, one not subtle. The unsubtle one is, send Galgaia up on the... Okay, Galgaia, I'm not saying you're fat, but, sending her and then, making her crash through the roof. Because you're, big and strong. Mm-hmm. Or the second most subtle one is we go up there, sneak in through a window.
I feel like that should be, half the party sneaks in through the window and half of us, goes in through the front or back door.
We don't know how many doors there would be between us and the door.
But if we go in through the top, that just means we can get out easier.
That's true.
Only if he knows we're coming.
Is there any place in this town that's a tower? That we could
a tower?
Have a good view. of everything, or is like the mayor's house the tallest building type of thing?
The mayor's house is the tallest building here.
My conversation with the Bashir did imply that he knew where we were, even when we weren't looking for mirrors or anything, so it seems not beyond the realm of possibility that he knows we're coming already.
Well, the Freya might know, but the Warlock might not.
What I mean is, the Warlock is in the Betrayer's employ, and if the Betrayer wants the whatever his name was, to know that we're coming, he will have a way to do so.
You had the compact mirror.
Yes. I'm just saying, while I do think subtlety is generally a good idea, in this case...
Might be pointless.
Might be pointless.
Like the random least go through the motions in case it's not pointless.
Well, one possible thought I had about the idea of going in through the window is that those may be less likely to be magically warded or trapped.
Also true.
Fair.
It's probably not going to ward the entire roof.
Did I come up with a smart plan?
Can I take a step out? Is like the mayor's house visible from the street? Is it like do all roads lead to the mayor's house?
Most of them do lead to the mayor's house, as far as you've seen.
So if I like peeked outside, could I tell if there was like smoke coming through a chimney or something from the mayor's house?
From what you remember coming in, you didn't see anything like that.
Okay. So, I know he's here right now. From what Alyssa said, he was keeping an eye on the place, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's in town currently.
Well, she did see him come into town. She hadn't seen him leave.
It seems safe to say that he's in there. I don't know that we necessarily need to... Well, no matter what, we need to get into that building.
I'm okay assuming the direst of circumstances that he's there and we need to be as secret as possible. Just perhaps it's not. I don't know. It's a possibility. Maybe I'm just hoping it will score.
You should be careful.
So, roof, door, which?
I prefer roof over window.
I also prefer roof.
Yes.
I will go with whatever you folks think is the best idea.
Perhaps we could scout some quill to do a flyer round, perhaps? I don't know if you want
to do what? To find out whether it's just warded or something?
I don't know where
can I try to detect words from Quill? Is that a thing I can even do?
I don't know if detect words so much as like see if there's some
not detecting magic, but just like doing an Arcana check from looking through Quill's eyes. Is that possible? If I were to try to find out if the roof were warded by sending Quill out to scout?
You can use your own magical know-how using Quill's sight to see if you see register anything out of place that would measure as a ward or something like that. Trying to sense it through magic, you wouldn't be able to through Quill, I don't think.
Okay, that makes sense. Might be worth steal. Yeah. I'll send Quill to do a brief once around the windows to make that's actually a stupid idea. That's a great way to get seen. I'll send Quill up to make sure the roof isn't warded. But then I think action would probably be the best plan of action here. So yeah, I guess I'm sending Quill up to scout.
What about Aegis?
What about him?
Well, if we take the carpet up to the windows, he can't go on the carpet as he currently is.
Yes.
He could go through the door.
Could.
I could serve as a distraction.
But we don't know what could happen.
Right.
Or Aegis could stay here and be protected.
I would prefer to stay as close to my mistress.
I was about to say, what would you like to do, Aegis?
I cannot fly, so I do not think I can
go...
go...
Wait.
Polymorph?
I didn't prepare it.
Shit.
I prepared... Wait! But I can do something else!
Oh, can you do the thing? Oh my god.
I prepared... Wait, what is that?
Okay, so... Do you all want to be really light things?
Oh, we could... I'm sure... Can we do something that's small and also sneaky? Can we be mice?
I don't know what Briar is proposing exactly.
I don't know either.
It's not a door.
So the thing that polymorphs everything.
Yeah, so do you remember when I conjured some, like, pixies?
Yes!
And they polymorphed? So, could I polymorph Aegis with that? Like, if I could get them to do it? Question mark?
You can try.
Yeah. Okay, it lasts up to an hour, so, so shall we do this? Should we do this? Yes?
Do you think it's worth
You
it?
will lose pass without the trace. Just pointing them out.
No, the problem is we're trying to get Aegis up to come with us.
Mm-hmm.
Pass without a trace is concentration, this is also concentration, so one or the other.
Oh, okay, good to know. I see.
I guess it's the question whether we all want to sneak in, I guess it's the question of whether we all want to sneak in, or if we want to have a distraction party. I kind of don't like splitting the party, especially if we're sending a distraction into the main door and then putting another team into the second floor window.
There's another possible...
Rather...
What, Kit?
It's another possible idea. Aegis could wait. We have possible ways of contacting him. I don't know if you have a spell, but we also have the sending stones.
I can speak to him telepathically no matter where he is.
And if we get into trouble, he can come in through the front door.
That may be smarter than the distraction. My concern with the distraction is that there are a lot of people that seem to want to possess you, Aegis, and so I'm concerned that causing a distraction might attract more attention than I think you're planning on. But having you wait and then coming to something that goes wrong might make a little more sense.
I
hate to...
Yeah, I just want to do something. I want to go kick the bad guys' butt. Let's go kick the bad guys' butt.
Yeah. I'm also a fan of doing something.
Agreed.
Sure.
Especially since there are no children here, so...
So I suggest that we sneak up to the closest ring of buildings, hide Aegis in the one closest to the door, and then carpet up to a second-story window, possibly with balcony of some sort.
Aren't you afraid of heights?
Put me in the middle of the carpet surrounded by people and it won't be as bad. Potentially. We'll see. Yes, I don't like heights very much. Like 10 feet maybe is the most that before stomach starts going rather queasy.
Okay, so I'm good. Like if I pick you up, that's fine. Okay, got it.
Okay, cool, awesome. Sorry, didn't mean to turn them into the wrong thing. All right. How much do we care about checking the words first, or do we just want to go and do something?
I think we should at least look at the window carefully before we go through it. But
all right.
We can do that on scene.
In person? Okay, agreed. All right, let's head somewhere where we can stash Aegis.
There are plenty of buildings nearby that you could stash Aegis in for a bit to have a clear look out to the mayor's house, and also would make it super easy for him to pick up and just fucking bolt the fuck over there if need be.
Okay.
And, as we're clambering on the carpet, I take a pull of whiskey.
Okay.
And just close my eyes. Like Pandel on my lap, closing my eyes in the very center of the carpet.
And before we leave on the carpet, Ket's just going to quietly say to Aegis, I know you're not the biggest fan of staying here, but we will keep an eye on Lyrie. We will let you know if we run into any trouble.
He inclines his head to you. Please.
As we leave, I put a hand up, just to briefly touch his core, and confirm that it's glowing as it should be.
It is.
And then I turn to go and say, I'm counting on you. And let's go.
Okay. So, you guys, head forth. You guys are going through the roof or through a window?
The window's more subtle.
Okay. So you guys...
Because
okay.
Is it like a 2 or 3 story building? Or?
There's a window on the first and second floor. Which floor did you want to go to?
Wait, okay, is this my first or second floor, or American second and first?
So, ground floor?
Yeah.
And then floor above.
Floor above.
Yeah, floor above.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys go to the floor above, and the carpet hovers over there, and you look in, and you see what seems to be an empty bedroom with immaculately made beds with a fine layer of dust on them.
It's a good sign. He doesn't spend much time in this room.
Well, looks abandoned, kind of. This might be a good place to enter. Can I check the door for, like, arcane wards or something?
Yeah, roll Arcana for me.
That is a 15.
You don't
I got a 17.
Between the two of you, quickly do a once-over, and there doesn't seem to be any magic on these windows.
Okay. They don't appear to be warded. Do you want to enter here?
Yes, let's do this.
Cool. No, much charm.
You open the window, and you guys glide on through.
Alright. Is there anything of note in the room now that we're there?
So
Other than it was dusty?
It is dusty as fucking here. There seems to be a table and some chairs. There looks to be an empty wine bottle, like, fallen over on the desk. Also covered in dust. But there doesn't seem to be anything of any note in here. It seems to be a guest room of sorts.
Someone's breathing easier.
So, okay. I guess we'll sneak down. Yeah. Well, we're just trying to find the dude or figure out what's going on here, right?
Yeah. Briar, do you want to cast Pass Without Trace on us?
We already have it.
Oh, do we still have it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's about
an hour. You guys are on the very cusp end of it.
Okay. And are we probably going to get off the carpet?
Probably.
Yeah, but I don't really see much of a point of us floating down the hallway.
Yeah. Carpet in the back building.
I need everyone to roll perception for me.
It's the
Natural 20!
Nice.
Because I rolled.
Aw.
Okay. So you all hear as you open the door leading out into the hallway, yes? Or are you still in the room?
Yeah, as quietly as possible, yeah.
Quietly opening the door. As soon as you start to open the door, you hear floating in the air the sound of someone playing a lute. It is absolutely beautiful, if not melancholy. And Briar, Lyrie, Tolman, and you, especially Gaia, can hear it is coming from downstairs. And the person who's playing really knows their shit. This is absolutely beautiful.
Gaia would definitely know that.
Mm-hmm. Bardison. That's Christina, not Briar. Briar, it's just like speak.
Da, 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 da.
I'm assuming we're moving towards the sound.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you want us to roll still?
Yes, please.
Are we still on the carpet?
No, we got on the carpet.
Okay.
Is Pass Without Trace still up, or should I recast it?
Nope, it is still up. It is on the very cusp end of it.
Cool. That's good then.
Okay. Oh, paladins.
No.
It's just a bad roll. I'm retiring that die. Grabbing the end of them.
I'm kind
I
of...
almost typed in 213 for Pango. No, that's wrong.
Okay. So you all slowly start to stealth downstairs, except for a very soft clink, 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 clink coming from Cat.
Everyone probably looks at me with like a look.
As you guys head downstairs, the music gets louder and louder and louder, until you get to the bottom of the stairs, and it is coming from the left. The right, you can see the foyer and the front door, and you guys can see that there seems to be a large room beyond, and you can hear the crackling of a fire.
Dramatic entrance? Or subtle?
We may as well. If he doesn't know we're coming, he has to know at some point.
Or if he knows we're coming, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Go ahead and dramatically entrance, but I'll stick to the shadows with Panther.
Let's go with subtle.
Alright.
So I think we're just gonna kind of tiptoe our way in.
Okay. As you guys tiptoe your way in, you watch as the room opens up into this wide space. There seems to be a lot of benches in there. There is a very tiny fire in what seems to be a large hearth, just barely making enough light in here so it's dim. And you see set before the hearth is a tall man. One ear looks like it has been bitten. The other one is pointed, wearing dark robes that sort of cascade over his thin body. And on his lap you see a tome, jet black, with silver runes on the front of it. And as you guys sneak in, he continues to play, his eyes closed, but as they open, he turns and looks at you. They are almost luminous in the dim light.
Ket is doing something.
Okay.
He's doing that. Particularly trying to see if the warlock is anything more than we think he is.
There is the scent of evil, and it is fetid, rotted, disgusting, and it coats your tongue. It's so heavy. But you do not, he is not fiend, he is not celestial, he is not undead.
But he's heavy with a sort of
evilness about
negative
him.
energy.
It is so so foul. And he continues to play even without watching, and his eyes turn to you, Ket. Visitors. So nice to have people drop on by. Come now. There's no need to be afraid. We're all friends here. And that's where we're leaving off for the night. However, there is one thing I do want to do.
Totally awake.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind.
What?
I misread something. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, I was expecting you guys to go this route, to be honest, so, we'll pick up next time with, your confrontation of Leonath Rencel, the, warlock who seems to have taken up residence in the, ghost city of Brookshire, and see what information you can get, see what's going to happen. I'm thinking there might be an ass-kicking involved.
Hopefully his.
Probably his, but, you know, Briar's angling for using them Talrenian boots to implant their mark in the world, generally. Probably.
Yeah.
So, I hope you guys had fun.
It was a good time.
Super tired, so we're like, it was fun.
I think that ends up being about the length of our normal session, just like moved up a few hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, Christina.
It's alright.
So I hope you guys in chat had fun too.
Thanks, chat.
Keep an eye on Twitter. We'll let you know when our we will probably be back at the very beginning of September, because unfortunately schedules are going to be really weird for the next couple weeks, but yeah, but keep an eye. We'll probably have some cool stuff in store. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you all for playing, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.